Watchmaker's Child. In a modest shop on the edge of Edinburgh, there once lived a man known simply as the watchmaker. His fingers were stained with oil and soot, but his mind was as fine and ordered as the instruments he created. He made no boastful claims about the world, nor argued the nature of time or truth. He believed only in what he could take apart, clean, and fit back together. In this he was held in some esteem, for who could deny the reality of a ticking mechanism? Now, the watchmaker had a son, a curious boy, full of fire and talk, who read books far beyond his age, Plato, Augustine, Descartes, and often burst into his father's workshop with grand exclamations about the soul, virtue, or the meaning of life. To all this, the watchmaker replied, quite simply, "What I can fix, I believe. What I cannot, I leave alone." This, naturally, did not satisfy the boy. One day, the son asked, "Father, do you believe man is good or evil?" The watchmaker peered over the rim of his spectacles. "Neither," he said, "and both. He is like a spring wound too tightly in one place and too loosely in another." "But surely," said the son, "we must have some purpose, some design." The watchmaker smiled faintly. "Only a watch must have purpose. A man merely ticks." The years passed. The boy grew. He studied at university, became well-versed in moral philosophy, and returned home in his 30th year, dressed smartly and full of ideas. He now called himself a moral reformer. He gave lectures, wrote pamphlets, and scolded the city's merchants for their selfishness, the poor for their vice, and the clergy for their hypocrisy. He visited his father one afternoon, triumphant. "I have proven," he said, "that men are capable of virtue, if only they follow the dictates of reason. I have shown them the proper course." The watchmaker was repairing an old timepiece. He did not look up. "Ah," he said mildly, "but do they follow?" The son paused. "They will, in time." The watchmaker turned the watch over in his hand. This one believed it was right too, but the mainspring was cracked. It still ticked, mind you, just not true. A week later, the watchmaker died quietly in his sleep. The son inherited the shop. He thought to modernize it, to remove its superstitious clutter, and install some rational order. He cleared the shelves, labeled the tools, even instituted a new system for tracking repairs. But the watches stopped working. He tried everything, measuring, testing, reasoning. Still, each piece fell into disrepair the moment it left his hands. In frustration, he returned to one of his father's drawers, one he had always ignored. Inside, he found a tiny folded paper, yellowed with age. Written in the watchmaker's hand, it read, "Man, like a watch, cannot be made perfect. But if you wind him gently and forgive his faults, he may still keep time well enough to love and be loved." The son sat down. The tools in the drawer were old, worn, and oddly shaped, useless by modern standards. Still, he picked them up slowly, carefully, He took a broken watch and tried again not to perfect it, but to understand it. And this time, it ticked. If you wish to improve mankind, you must first consent to live among its cracks and imperfections. Reason may guide us, but only compassion winds the spring.